Very good morning, friends. Myself, Dr. Naval Singh Todawat, and on the daily, we are going for the topic of the BSc student in the paper that is the plant physiology, and the topic that is the transpiration. Well, friend, we have gone thoroughly through the transpiration, the mechanism of the transpiration, the types of the transpiration, stomatal transpiration, lenticels transpiration, cuticle transpiration. Of this, more major part or the more constituent or the more percentage is taken by the stomatal transpiration. And we have also gone through the factors which affects the transpiration rates or which decreases the rates of the transpiration in plants. There are two types of factors, internal factors as well as the external factors. So while touching these aspects, we came to know that transpiration is the process and the mechanism of exchanging the gases or the water molecule to absorb the carbon dioxide and to release the water vapors. Well, we also saw the cuticular layer or the various factors which affects the transpiration. Well, the cuticular layer do play part in the transpiration, do take part in the transpiration, but in the aquatic plants, we found the cuticular layer is thick and waxy, and due to this nature of waxy on the upper surface of the leaf, no external water molecule is allowed to enter, and that is somewhat restriction or restricted the inner gases to move outwards. So these are all the factors in the transpirations. Well, sometimes we find the leaf structure such as the cladodes, phylloclad, or in most of the cases we find the leaves are broad. In some cases we find the leaves are very small. And on this basis, this process is affected. Now, what is the significance of the transpiration in the plants? That is, it's of immense importance to plant life, and same is briefly said. Gaseous exchange. Transpiration is one of the crucial mechanism in the life of land plants. It helps in the absorption of CO2 from the atmosphere during photosynthesis, as the openings of stomata in daytime facilitate gaseous exchange. Cooling effect. What is the cooling effect? Cooling effect is the leaves absorb the radiant energy. Some of the light energy is utilized in photosynthesis for preparing the food. A rest of the light is converted into heat energy, resulting in an increase in leaf temperature. However, transpiration brings down their temperature. Thus, inducing cooling effect. So this is what how the transpiration helps to decrease the temperature which is absorbed by the leaves, while at the time of photosynthesis some of the light energy is utilized in the production of the food, and rest of the light was omitted, or and that omitted or excess amount of light is been maintained, or when this light hits the leaf or the increases the temperature of leaf, thus the process of the transpiration bring down the temperature of the leaf. Well, effect on mineral transport. Well, mineral salts remain dissolved in the soil water and are absorbed by the roots. So these are in the form of dissolved. Mineral salts are dissolved, completely dissolved, soluble in the soil water, and thus they are absorbed by the roots. Minerals which are absorbed by the roots and accumulated in the xylem duct of the root move up and are distributed in the plant by the transpiration stream or the transpiration mechanisms. Again, the effect on water movement. Now here the absorbed water is transported from roots to leaves through xylem vessel, which is greatly influenced by the transpiration pool. Water loss, or the what we can say, the ascent or the sap of the plant. Water loss due to the transpiration result in the development of a low water potential of the leaf tissues. Development of mechanical tissues. Greater amount of transpiration helps in the development of a mechanical tissues in plants, and hence the plants become healthier and more compact. The cell walls become thick and cutinized, and the plants are able to resist the attack of fungi and bacteria. Ultimatum, or ultimately, the strengthness is increased in the plant, that rest of the organisms such as the viruses, bacteria, fungi would not be able to attack the plant, and the plant becomes resistive to such type of the organisms in the development of the mechanical tissues. Maintenance of turgidity is also the transpiration maintain an optimum degree of turgor in cells. In favorable condition, plant absorbs excess amount of water which is given off by transpiration to maintain the turgor pressure for better growth. Increase the taste of fruits. The solutes inside the cell become more concentrated when transpiration is rapid. The concentration of sugar solution in the cells of fruits increases and fruit tastes sweeter. So, the solutions or the solutes inside the cell become more concentration when transpiration process is speedily. The concentration of a sugar solution in the cells of fruits increases and fruits taste sweeter. So, transpiration as a necessary part of the plants. Transpiration versus evaporation. You can look out at this chart and look out at this slide. You can see the process of the evaporation, which is due to the high temperature and high intensity of light, and the water which is in the form of the liquid which evaporates and moves towards the atmosphere. Well, the transpiration in plants, well, I zoom out this picture. Look out at this. This is the water absorbed by the root hairs which are present on the roots under. This is the underground parts of the trees or plants, and water travels through these stem, uh, and it moves towards the leaves, and transpiration process takes place. So this is what about the transpiration, friends. With this, we finish our topic of the transpiration. Please look out at this and try to read out and take down some notes from this PPT, Well, this PPT or the presentation is taken from the SlideShare only for the purpose of teaching, and another no claim on this presentation is been done. But well, all the students are requested to have the notes and try to write down in your notebooks point wise rest of the part, or any queries or questions regarding this topic or bit or any other topic of the our concern paper, you may ask me or you may contact me on the my WhatsApp number or on my personal cell number. Till then, thank you.